Hi. Welcome
Hello.
back to We Get That a Lot, episode 4.
4. What a number.
What a number. This week, love is in the air because it's a very special holiday. I don't know if you can see behind Kaylee, but we have some decor. And we have these beautiful little goodie bags that say XOXO from our craft and brunch event we just had this past weekend.
Yay!
Yippee!
You can't see them, but all the decorations are still up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see this, but you can't see. There's things on the
There's
ceiling.
There's more behind the scenes. You
There's
could probably
the mirror.
see, if you checked out the Instagram, you could probably see.
True and real.
But yeah, it was a great event. We had so much fun
So
making
much
some
fun.
little crafts and
You
having
chefed
some
it up?
brunch. Yeah.
I made bacon for the first time.
In the oven. And you
oven.
decided that that's like the superior method for bacon cooking.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like it better cooked on the stove, but that just wasn't feasible. I will say it's a little more dangerous than I thought because I was afraid pulling those trays out of the oven that oil was going to like splatter on me.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
should have
fair.
worn like a sweatshirt. Didn't quite do that.
I mean, that's what we need to know for bacon round 2, whenever that happens.
I mean, I do have a bag of bacon in my fridge now.
A Ziploc bag of bacon.
Because
Yeah.
we didn't make all of it. So I put it in a
bag
sandwich
of bacon.
size Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
And just stuffed like 10 slices of uncooked bacon in there. Maybe I'll have that for dinner tonight.
Yippee. That sounds delicious.
It's bachelor night. So
So it's bacon night.
Bacon
It's
and wine.
Bacon
Kinda
bachelor booze.
yeah, exactly.
Bacon bachelor.
Bacon bachelor booze.
What more could you want?
Not much,
Not much.
honestly.
But it is a very special week. This week is Valentine's Day, so love is in the air, and we would like to speak a little bit about love. As two 20-something-year-old girls, who would know more about love than us?
I feel like maybe some people know more about it than me, but well, I'm
mean-
sure we'll get there.
Yeah, like I'm sure some. Okay,
Like, maybe
Maybe we're
everyone.
not the best at the subject. Maybe we're not subject experts, but I do think we have some interesting perspectives to bring.
I
to the
certainly
table.
have some stories.
Well, I'm sure they want to hear them. So,
Yeah.
shall we dive right in?
Should we start with the good?
The bad or
the
the
bad?
ugly?
Yeah.
It's all one and the same. But I guess the good is really interesting.
Okay. You can share the good because I don't have much good to share.
Love. What does it mean? Something different
Question
for
mark?
everybody. Does it mean rose gold balloon?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right.
As I've mentioned on the show many times, I am 23, so tons of life experience.
Yeah.
Truly, though, like I feel like I've lived enough lives to
Yeah, we pretty much know everything at this point. Or whatever.
like I'm pretty much an expert on all things, specifically love. I have been in one relationship ever, and I'm
is
still
that
currently in the
noise?
relationship. I think someone's car is outside. Like,
Sorry, that distracted me.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
Kind of sounds like a fart, so I just wanted
Yeah.
to them to make sure if they could
I
hear
think
it that
somebody
no
started
one
the car,
is
like, right
cranking up
outside.
farts over here.
But I've been in one relationship ever, and I'm currently still in that relationship with. I'm in a fling with our editor. A 5-year
You
long
could call it
fling.
that.
Yeah, Jackson and I have been together for a little over 5 years now, and so we started dating when we were 17 and 18. He's a little bit younger than me. I know, scandalous.
Young love.
Young love. But yeah,
Cougar.
we've been together, and I love him very much, and he's my everything. But I mean, over the past 5 years, like there have been some trials and tribulations. We have had some funny experiences and encounters. I will say, the way we started dating is I asked him, girl boss, I know. It's interesting. We actually met and grew up in.
We have a guest.
And
Who
someone
wants
I
some
love,
of my water?
Someone I love very, 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 very much. Hi, that's not for you.
Yeah. I thought you'd do that.
Dolly has come to visit. It's okay.
She wants to
She
be
can
on the
hang
pod.
for a minute.
Dolly, do you have something to
She
say?
can hang. Meow. Maybe? Yep. Aww.
Hi.
She said
She
it's
is
okay.
uninterested.
It's fine. We grew up in the same hometown and knew each other in high school, and Jackson wanted nothing to do with me at the time, but I was obsessed with him. Then I moved to New York for school, and absence makes the heart grow fonder because I just became more obsessed with him. And then I got lucky and he became a little bit obsessed with me too. And when I went home for my Christmas break, my freshman year of college, we started dating. Then I got sick, had to stay home. COVID hit, the whole world shut down. We both ended up back in our hometown. I hung out there doing online school for a minute. Jackson, luckily, and no, there's no other word but luckily, and got into school in New York and was also going to be headed to the Big Apple. So then we both came back here for school, and we have been together ever since. And we've done long distance dorming, which it wasn't long distance. It was just COVID restrictions and nobody could see each other. So we dated without actually getting to like hang out or like see each other outside of like a restaurant for a year, which was interesting. Then Jackson went to Berlin for half a year last year for a semester.
And then I lived with
Kaylee lived with me.
Wins and losses.
And and now we live together. We have been living together for 2 years, and I love him very much. But there have been some funny little date moments, and I think one of my funniest ones that I want to tell now, I kind of touched on a second ago. When Jackson and I started dating, I got very sick my freshman year of college, and not to drop lore like this, like not to we're not gonna
really crazy
we're not
lore.
Gonna fully get into this. I'm just gonna give as minimal information as I can because this needs its own time. But I got very sick. I ended up in the hospital. I was temporarily paralyzed, and Dax and I had been dating for about 3 weeks maybe, or about a month. So very new relationship, young love, and I couldn't move all of a sudden.
In the honeymoon phase.
Imagine being in the honeymoon phase and paralyzed. Just not it. Yeah.
Those aren't conducive to each other.
No, they're not. So Jackson's mom very graciously agreed to drive him out to the hospital I was at, which was about 2 hours away from where we live, to come visit me, to come visit his sickly girlfriend in the hospital. And one day, I had just gotten back to eating a little bit. I was, again, paralyzed, wasn't really able to keep down food or anything, and I was on a liquid diet, and I had just started with soup. So my mom had urged me to...
So where your love of soup comes from?
If anything, I would feel like an aversion would have been created.
Fair.
I've always loved soup.
Fair.
I've always been a soup lover.
It's good it didn't avert you.
I'm glad, because I'd be lost now.
Yeah.
Because I love soup. It would have thrown me off back.
Yeah.
But I was having my soup. My mom had me finish my whole cup. I was like, girl, I can't do this. She was like, we're going to get this soup down. I did. Jackson came to visit. His mom came to visit. They were sitting in there. Jackson was holding my hand in the hospital bed. And we were just talking, as normally as one can when they're paralyzed and 18 in
nails
a month
done.
long.
Your nails were done.
Yeah, like acrylics on, like full baddie mode in the hospital gown. We were talking like nothing, just like nothing was going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I started to feel a little weird. Next thing I know, I projectile vomit all of my soup straight up in the air. However, Jackson and I were probably this close. Where Dolly and I are, like, it was like her tail. Me.
She didn't like that.
Jackson didn't like the soup vomiting either because
Yeah.
he jumped back and went, ew, oh my God, ew, oh my God, ew. Fair reaction. At the time, I have never felt more disgusting in my life because I was like, oh my God, he's going to break up with me. He's going to be like, oh, you can't.
I just threw up all over my new boyfriend.
Yeah, I just threw up all over my new boyfriend. But thankfully his mom sprung into action and was able to keep me from choking on my vomit, which is really sweet. And then once we got past the initial shock, he was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you gross or that gross. You just were projectile vomiting soup into my face.
I don't know what I would have done in that situation.
To be fair, I would have probably reacted the same. However, just being on the receiving end of, being on the contributing end of the vomit, because I was the one.
You're on the O line, the offensive line.
Exactly. Just it felt very bad, but at the same time, if I were playing defense like him, I would have been like, yeah, gross, don't do that. So that's one of my favorite funny stories. That was also that wasn't one of our first, but it was like we were like, oh, we'll have a date, and that was the date in my ICU hospital room. What can you do?
Good intentions.
Totally good intentions. Shout out to Jackson's mother and my mother for cleaning all the soup off of me. And shout out to Jackson for coming around from the vomit situation and not breaking up with me on the spot.
That would have been crazy if he did.
I can't do this right now.
He just walked out and never came back.
I don't even know what I would have done. I probably would have been like, well, that's okay. What am I going to do? Follow him?
So I was just going to be like, you couldn't chase after him.
Couldn't even chase after. I'd just be stuck there.
You'd just be going, no, stop.
Please don't come back, please.
Also, there was still probably vomit in your mouth, so
exactly.
maybe not.
It wouldn't have, like whole nother meaning to bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
literal.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's one of my favorite funny stories with the person I love. Kaylee has a few really interesting and awesome stories.
Going off of the soup theme, one of mine relates to another food, but it's not actually food.
That's a really good connection.
Right? I really tried on that one.
That was good.
This was also freshman year. Me and Delaney knew each other freshman year, but we were in an extended friend group.
We were running parallel to each other.
Yeah.
We just weren't intersecting. We were kind of going at the same but just our paths were not crossing fully.
Yeah. And mine was in the fall though. I was on, Bumble. I think this one was on Bumble. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I kind of like Bumble because I used to have a dog named Bumble. So I feel kind of connected. I don't know.
No, that's, I would also think that.
I hate how it makes you message first, but I don't even know what compelled me. I was just scrolling and I swiped right on this guy. And he went out to dinner, and he paid for it.
Where did you guys go for dinner? How was dinner?
We went to Italy.
Wait, shut up.
That was my first Italy experience.
That's so crazy. I forgot. Jackson and I's favorite restaurant in college was Italy.
It is pretty fire because it's right by
It's awesome, but I see now how the experience could be tainted.
Yeah, I actually hadn't gone to Italy since then.
Wow.
Probably
until I asked you to go for my birthday a few years ago.
Which it was like fine.
Yeah,
I like
the
it
experience.
There. Yeah, like Aperol spritz.
Totally, the
pasta,
arancini, the arugula salad.
Wasn't their fault. And honestly, nothing bad happened there.
Dinner was good.
Yeah, dinner
was paid
good.
for.
He paid for it. He did make some weird comments about how much money he had, and he was ugly too. He was
That's
ugly.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and so I just was like, whatever. He's paid, whatever. And we were supposed to go get frozen yogurt the next time, and then he canceled the day of. It was probably the same week. He canceled, and he was like, "Oh, I'm really tired. Do you just want to come to my room?"
I'm assuming he went to Pace also. He also went to the same college.
He was a BA acting major. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a choice. I don't recommend that at all. Not even BFA, BA. Not to throw shade, but
you know more about that T than I do.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I was like, oh no. Why is he asking me to go to his room? But I didn't know what to do because he knew that I was free. But I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into that.
But also, what am I going to say? I'm busy. We had plans. He just changed them.
Changed the plan.
Yeah.
I see. Putting baby in a corner.
Yep, he put baby in a corner, and then baby was like, okay, yeah. He lived on the 13th floor of the dorm building.
That's a sign.
Yep, because there isn't a 13th floor of hotels, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
It's not a thing because they're spooky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I learned that, I was like, that's weird.
That's weird.
I didn't know that was
We
a
have
thing.
that?
Yeah. So I go up there and his roommate isn't there. And he's like, oh, do you want to play cards on my bed?
Like, just, like, good, like, run-of-the-mill, just, like, a
Yeah,
card
I don't,
game?
yeah,
Okay.
like.
Not like
I
an
was
Uno,
like,
not a
okay,
branded card,
yeah,
just a card.
it was like a deck.
Okay.
Like, I think maybe we played, like, Spit or War.
Okay.
I don't really know. But before he even got there, I am 5'1". A college dorm bed is a little, like, outside my territory.
Yeah.
You know, I had to have, like, one of those stupid ottoman. No hate to the ottoman.
I
Like,
also had one of those.
I just, like, literally could not get on my bed without the ottoman. Yeah. That's why I'm saying she was stupid. And I actually ended up going through mine at one point. So that was awesome. Anyway, not this day. He didn't have an ottoman. He had nothing. He wasn't tall either. So I don't...
How are you getting on your bed, sir?
Like, he was...
Are you jumping
he was
every
short,
time?
And he was ginger, and he was an acting major. So I think all of those things, among other things, you know, should have deterred me. Mm-hmm. So he's like, you can stand on my chair. He had like one of those like round chairs, like the soft ones. No, not the suicide chairs.
Wait, what do you mean then? The round soft chairs.
Like they're like, remember I used to have it in Ralph. It was like furry.
Oh,
Like
the
one of
the like
they like fold.
they're like the
fur
crater
lined.
chairs.
Yes.
That's not what they're actually
Yes.
called, but the ones that you like sit. It's like kind of the lounge chairs that you sit in it,
Yes.
and they're like dome shaped.
Yeah. So he was like, use this, and I was like, if I put my foot on that,
My foot's gonna go through it.
It's
yeah.
gonna flip
or
over.
Yeah.
I'm like no, like I can't do that. I tried jumping. He was like, just jump up. Could not do it.
Not doing
I
that.
failed like 3 times. I was like,
that
should have been enough to make me leave. Like I should have just saw myself to the door there because what, like, girl, come on,
Girl,
you don't
up.
even want to be there.
Get up.
No, literally,
Get up.
that's what he kept saying. He said, "Get up," and I was like,
And he said, "I'm trying. I can't."
So I don't know.
my
I finally got up there and we're playing cards. Here's where it gets good. I've since told my therapist this story, and she didn't know what this was, and then she did it, and she was like, "I'm really sorry that happened to you." He then goes, "Have you ever taken a rice purity test?"
So stupid.
If you're not familiar, I'm not going to get into it here, but I want you to pause if you're able to and just look it up. Scroll through it even.
It's a very, like, that's something that, like, unfortunately, like, a lot of middle schoolers would do. I remember, like, people were obsessed with rice purity scores when I was in, like, 8th grade, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, let's do it right now. And he was reading the questions verbally to me.
That's very odd. Yeah.
Making me do it. I was uncomfortable. And also, baby was back in the corner.
Yeah.
On the bed that she can't get off of. And
stuck there.
Yeah. And then it got to a point where he, by insinuating my nose, just started being like, well, you haven't done this. You definitely haven't done that.
He said, I'll just answer for you.
Yeah, he didn't even let me answer. And then we wrapped up pretty quick. Wrapping up being like, he was like, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And then I left. He never spoke to me after that.
It's for the
I
best.
didn't want
that
to
was
speak
for
to
the best.
him.
Yeah.
I tried to air out his tea on like a Pace Confessions account. They made one for like the acting majors.
Oh my god!
And I anonymously submitted and was
forgot.
like, "This
Okay.
dude's a creep.
If you
don't go on a date with him."
If you go to a different college or went to a different college, I want to know if the confessions pages are like a commonality, because
I think they are. We had them in high school.
I think we
had
had
like
one or
7
two of
different
them.
ones. They were all so stupid.
I think we had one or two of them, but like they weren't really maintained.
Yeah.
But like the one we had at our college was like literally updated by the hour.
Yeah.
There was always an update. And like people, I guess the way it would work, like you would just DM in confessions and they would just post them.
Yeah, they were always trying to like air out tea.
Well, yeah, but like you would just directly DM the account, right?
Or, yeah,
and then
it was
they would
that
just
or like a Google form, and they'd post
awesome.
the screenshot of the submission.
Okay, I'm remembering now.
Yeah, honestly,
so
it was a pretty good news source for a while. Like when people weren't like
Yeah.
explicitly calling people. I'm me when I explicitly called someone out on there. He deserved it though. It got no traction. No one cared. But anyway,
I felt like I always saw a lot of like dating-ish confessions on those.
yeah, there were also like the missed connections. Like there was a
Yes.
pace one for that.
Yeah.
It was like, this girl in my math class is so hot.
Yeah.
What's her name?
What's her
like, I don't know.
name?
Go ask her. Like,
Yeah. We're not in math class with you.
yeah.
You go check.
Maybe grow up. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Like, what would people now, like people, like Gen Z, like if they were lived in like Bridgerton era, like they wouldn't survive.
No. I think I'd be okay. I'd be writing my letters day and night.
I think I would.
Well, actually, like I wouldn't be okay in like any other aspect. Probably, I can just write a
the
letter.
writing letters.
Just I can write a letter. I know how to do that.
I'd be good at like the yearning aspect of it.
I'd be good at sitting
Like
in the
writing,
window.
yes,
Yeah,
and
and like looking out the window,
Penelope,
being like,
yeah, Penelope classic.
me assuming that I would not be working class and would have the time to yearn.
yeah.
Like
Well, the
I'd like to
Featheringtons weren't like, they were like
the
they
feather.
like mooch.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know if I'd be smart enough to be a moocher either. I don't.
That's fair.
I would love to imagine it, but if I had to be realistic with myself, I think I would be definitely working class. And I would probably yearn like on the evenings, like by the firelight or by candlelight.
yeah. Work during the day, yearn at night.
Yearn at night, exactly.
A lot of people do that today still. So
To be honest, like
some things stay the same.
I kind of do that now. I just yearn for like love of life and like love of like I yearn to like be passionate about things. If
That's
that makes
a good
sense.
yearn.
Like I constantly yearn to be like, oh, I wish I had something that like I really loved doing. This is kind of that. This is
what about our
my closest
hobbies?
yearn. Well,
Well,
that's what
yes.
I'm saying. It's hard. I don't know.
We haven't gone to a poll class since the
I think-
hobby episode, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah, in case anyone wanted
We've
an update.
canceled 2 poll
I
classes.
think the difficulty with yearning nowadays is everything is so accessible.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of things that you have to like wish for. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like in terms of material items and stuff like that, of course, tons of yearning. However, like experiences and stuff, it's so easy to like
I yearn to
connect
explore.
with people or to do stuff that I feel like it's easier to have these things at your fingertips. Trust me, I'm yearning all the time because I am anxious and I stop myself from a lot of things. But like I'm not ever yearning like, oh, I wish this could happen. Because for the most part, I know that a lot of things can. I yearn to make myself do them. However, I leave the floor open because I have nothing else to add to that.
However,
Period. That's the end.
yeah. That was good. That was a bit poetic.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping to come up with. Achieve. Yeah.
That was very poetic.
Yeah. I wish I could have gotten a bit more poetic in our craft making this weekend. I could not focus.
I didn't actually
whatsoever.
write anything.
I wrote
So
Happy Valentine's Day on the inside of a craft for Jackson, and that
Yeah.
was all it said. It just said Happy Valentine's Day.
We made Valentines, and we also had blank matchbooks. So we had those.
Those were really
decorate.
cute. Yeah. I actually saved a few of the ones. I did make some of those. They were
But I
really
didn't
cute.
write anything in my Valentines except my
Tyler's.
one to
You
Tai
wrote-
Tai.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, Tyler, if you didn't already get the Valentine, it is coming in the mail.
That's so sweet.
But the other ones, I was like, well, I don't know who I want to give this to.
That's fair.
And like, I don't know. Like, I liked mine. So I was like, I don't want to write something stupid or wasteful.
Yeah. It was very fun though. It did remind me of being in elementary school and like making Valentines for your class.
Yeah.
I
used to
remember-
love that.
I
Oh
used
my
to be obsessed
God.
with that, and I used to be obsessed with. I'm assuming you did the shoe boxes too.
Yes.
Yeah.
You decorated the mailbox. Yeah.
I used to love decorating the shoe boxes. Valentine's Day in school was like by far my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I like that in Christmas because Christmas, like, you
Christmas-
just got to like watch Polar Express in our pajamas. And, like,
Agreed, and there was always a little party, but in
Yeah.
terms of like the party aspect, Valentine's Day was always my favorite.
yeah, no, I agree.
Because I was like, oh my God, for once, we're all coming together in second grade.
Yeah.
And
we're all in love.
We're all like loving one another. This
And
is just like
has to give me
what the Black
something.
Eyed Peas talked about in Where's the Love.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was living out that song because I was like,
where is the love?
Like exactly.
We should record that as like a.
I would love to. I love that song.
Where is the love? That's my question.
Where is the love? You know where it is? It's in love songs because love songs have been one of my greatest fixations among like music genres and stuff. Like there are so many good love songs from all time. Like it's not like, yes, I believe there are some sections of time that might have a better concentration of good love songs.
Yeah.
But you can find good ones literally in any era.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. And it just makes you feel so like, I love love.
What's your favorite love song?
Oh my goodness. That's really difficult. I feel like.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I feel like the two that come to my mind, I really like God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. Because I feel like you can relate it to like romantic and like platonic.
Yeah.
We sang it in my choir in high school as one of our songs. So it
That's a good
also
one.
just like, yeah. And then like, okay, I am a Swiftie. I'm trying to get off that wave. I really am. Like, no hate. Like, I do, like, no hate to Taylor. I am a Swiftie. Please.
Trying to get
this
off
actually,
that
I shouldn't have just said that.
That's so funny.
Anyway, but I listen to her, like, so, like, concentrated for so long, so I'm really trying to, like, get off that. But, like, You Are in Love is, like...
that is a really good song.
It's, like, she writes about love so often, but like that song specifically,
that song is really, really
like the bridge of it when she's like, I understand why they lost their minds and fought the wars.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
That is
all in the name of love. Like that's that lyric literally sticks in my mind.
That's a good
like,
one.
OMG. There's also just like there's an aura to it.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Underrated.
Yeah. I think some of my favorites. It just took me. I felt like 20 years to come up with a few of them, but I just have, there's so many good love songs. They were all buzzing around in my brain.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Do I Ever by Dolly Parton, but I like the one with Chet Atkins. That one is so sweet.
I know that one.
I think you've heard it before. It's more like spoken between the two of them, and it's really, really sweet. It's so cute. Dolly is adorable. She like giggles throughout the song. It's really cute. Fade Into You by Mazzy Star is a really good one. And then The Dress by Dijon. That's really, really, really good. I don't know. Have you ever gotten into Dijon?
No, I don't. I feel like I know a few songs.
You definitely do. You definitely do.
I feel like a lot of people, I know a few songs. Like in my mind, I know a few songs from everyone.
And that kind of is how it is. I feel like, especially with, I love seeing other people's playlists or like listening to other people's playlists and getting songs because then I'm like, oh, I like that. And then once I hear it, I'll play on Spotify. I do the radio of the song that you're listening to a lot, and that's how I find a lot of my songs.
That's smart.
That's what I normally do, because normally when I'm listening to something, I'm like, oh, I just want to listen to this in 20 different variations. So I'll just listen to the radio of it, and then it'll give me, a lot of the time it's the same-ish stuff that I already know because it's kind of similar, but that's a really good way to find stuff.
That is really good. I find a lot of my music through you, so
I find a good amount of stuff through you too, though.
Really? I feel like everything I say, like, you already know what it is.
I am really locked in on the Spotify app, but I like when we make joint playlists like for parties and stuff, that's where sometimes you'll add stuff and I'll be like, ooh, who's that? That's how I found Rachel Chinarini, because you told me, you were like, oh my gosh, this girl is it. And you played a song or two and I was like, wait,
it was probably all I ever asked.
I think it was that.
I loved that song.
And Dumb
Never
Bitch Juice,
me.
I think.
Oh, Dumb Bitch Juice is good too.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, this girl is so it. But yeah, I love doing playlists, and I love seeing other people's. We just made a really, really good playlist.
Yeah, it's really long. Yeah, the first one was kind of short. It was just like, dipping our feet in.
This one was more of an experience, though. This was a love songs playlist that we played at our craft and brunch event. Because it went on for a few hours. So we had to have love songs to fill the air while everybody crafted and brunched. And for those that weren't able to make it, we will be sharing that playlist so
Like
that
you're
you
there.
guys can experience it just like it happened to you.
Yeah, it's on our website.
It is.
So go on our website.
And it's a good
see
one.
it.
And it has a really cute picture. You picked like one of the vintage
Yes,
Valentines.
and
I
it
love
had
this.
to
Is
do
it the
with-
eggs?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Because I was
really-
like, oh my God, it's Valentine's.
I saw that and I was
brunch.
like, that's so cute. I love the vintage Valentines.
So
Those
do
are
I.
adorable.
And I was like, wait, what about like a
Eggs.
breakfast themed one?
It was really cute. It was
Yeah.
really, really cute. Yeah, so you guys should go listen if you have a second, especially this week. This is the week of love. I mean,
Yeah.
every week's the week of love, but this is like the week of love.
This is true. I'm
lots
usually
of
a
love in the
hater of
air.
Valentine's Day, so
That's understandable. I get it.
like I wouldn't be a hater if like maybe I had a Valentine. I know Tyler's my Valentine though.
Exactly.
So I guess that it's okay.
I was a big time
But-
hater until I got a Valentine also, and then I was like, wait, this is awesome. Actually, believe it or not. Even pre
Yeah.
that though, I was very big into Galentines. Like I still am, but I would always be like, oh, time to have a Galentine's party. I also just love throwing parties,
love
and
hosting.
I use
I really
party.
like
I use
hosting, too.
party in like a very loose term because I'll be like, oh, time for a party, and it's 4 people sitting around a table with wine.
It's a dinner party.
But to me, that is like
Yeah.
I'm like I loved.
there's different
yeah.
like degrees
Yeah.
of partyism.
Partyism. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love hosting and like gathering with people. So that's why, yeah, I've always been, even when I was in high school, I remember every holiday, I would bug my mom and I'd be like, okay, so I have Galentine's on the calendar for next week. I'm going to need a folding table up in my room to do dinner. And then I would take over the kitchen, completely ruining it and ripping it to shreds, cooking forever. All to make food for like 8 girls, and then it would be run through in like a minute because it's like 8
'Cause it was
humans,
so good.
and I didn't know how much to make because
Hey, we
I'm
got the food
15.
right.
But this time
time.
at our brunch, we even overestimated. We ended up with leftovers,
typically
which never happens.
overestimate.
I always underestimate by accident, and that's like my biggest fear, not making enough for everybody because I do it so often. But this time we got it perfect.
Yeah. I always overestimate because the big Irish Catholic family I grew up in.
That's fair.
My mom was one of 7. I have 10 or 11.
Yeah.
I forget that number a lot. Younger cousins, like, and we do gatherings pretty like often. Like, it's not just like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So like, the amount of food that's usually at those things is usually my baseline.
Yeah.
And also, I love leftovers. So like, okay, like brunch isn't great for leftovers unless you get like steak and
Debatable.
eggs.
Depends what it is. Because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we had a piece of French toast or 2 left over. I gave it an hour and a half.
Oh, that's fine.
Like that stuff
like
is
you
okay.
can't like refrigerate cooked eggs. And eat them
No,
the
no,
next
no,
day.
that's not gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, no.
But like a bread or something, as long as it doesn't end up stale, can be
Yeah.
pretty yummy. A potato is always yummy.
Yeah.
Second day. I mean, but that's in any form. I feel like a potato is always okay.
Yeah.
Second day.
That's what our people lived on. So we're
yeah.
potato biased.
We are potato biased because I mean, we bought 2 bags of frozen hash browns and in the hubbub, I totally forgot
We both did.
to even make them. So then the second everyone left, I was like, let's make a bag of hash browns and eat them.
We're also a little
And
lit.
then
we
had a lot of mimosas.
got. See, this is where my overestimation came in.
Yeah.
Because, growing up in an Irish Catholic family, a lot of people drink a lot. No hate to anyone in my family who's watching. But I decided that we needed 12 bottles of champagne for this
It's better
event.
to be prepared.
And I thought that we were going to run out. That was not the case.
no, I think we still have 5 bottles.
Yes.
But that's okay because now we have them for future events.
Yes, this is true. But yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
where I was going with that.
We just had a lot of mimosas because
Oh, yeah, we were
like
lit.
we were also
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Saturday, let's chill, let's have a mimosa.
We watched The Greatest Showman.
We did. We
after.
watched The Greatest Showman, which was
Ordered
so awesome.
burritos.
We ordered burritos. We watched the first episode of Smash,
Yeah.
which is really good. I do want to continue watching that. I just need to allot time.
That's fine. I just thought you would. Wasn't that last number so
It was
good, though?
really, really good.
It gives me
It
full
was
body
really good.
goosies every
Yeah,
time.
it was really good.
Guys, watch Smash if you like Broadway-esque. See, Delaney likes musicals. Like,
I
you weren't a
love-
theater kid, which really, like, throws me a bit. But
It throws me too, because I feel like I did it, but I didn't.
yeah, like you're in that space.
You're
like
theater kid adjacent. I'm
Yes,
theater kid adjacent.
yes.
I understand everything. I just haven't lived it.
Yeah.
And like I've always said, I feel like there's some part of me that is born to be on the stage. I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll be on the stage.
maybe
one day.
because I don't know. Like I just love it so much, and I love musicals. I love the theater.
And you also love a bit of drama.
I do also love.
So I was like, I have
The
just
show for
the
you.
thing for you.
and it was perfect.
Yeah, and they're also making it. I don't know how I feel about this. They're making it into a Broadway musical.
I saw that because I was perusing shows and I saw that on there, and I was like, oh,
Yes.
that's interesting.
It is not what I would have wanted. But I'm not against. I'm very curious. I think it will either be really good or like people who like Smash will hate it, which I'm a little afraid of.
I guess time will tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to see Miss Megan Hilty in Death Becomes Her.
We have to see a lot of things.
She was the blonde one. That's who was out when me and Tyler went. That's why I
who
went.
you wanted to go for.
I mean,
Gotcha.
I also love the source material, and also Jennifer Smart is amazing.
Yeah.
But Miss Megan, love that diva.
We have to go see so many things. We have to go see Oh Mary with Titus.
Oh yes.
I was explaining
Sponsor
to Jackson, I
us.
was like, oh, we need to go see some shows because I've just been dying to see one recently.
Yeah.
And I have been wanting to see Oh Mary so badly. But with Titus, now I'm like, well, I'll wait. Liz Gillies in Little Shop.
I cannot even explain.
I know.
Like, I have to tell your mom to come up.
Done.
Shannon, come up.
For my graduation.
Yeah. Little Shop.
Because we were going to see it last time. But now that Liz Gillies is going to be in it.
And
that's the
Milo
perfect time.
Manheim.
Yes.
He's also a big one.
Yes.
I'm more partial to Miss Liz because I loved Victorious, obviously, but I loved Dynasty. Like, OMFG.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
She's awesome. And I think she's going to do so good as Audrey.
Gonna kill it. Are you
She's gonna
kidding
be
me? Her
amazing.
Suddenly Seymour isn't a, like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be that SpongeBob meme where he's like
Where
floating
he's
up with the headphones.
That's going to be so good. What else is coming? What else is...
Boop.
Oh, Boop. Boop is coming out. Yes. I'm so excited for Boop. Oh my goodness gracious. I can't remember what it's called. All-Nighter?
Oh, with Io and...
It's like with Io, Havana
Yeah.
Leah Rose,
Is it,
Catherine...
is it Catherine Gallagher?
I don't think it's...
It's Theater Camp. Is
Molly
it
Gordon?
Molly Gordon in it? No.
I don't know. I don't think Molly Gordon's in it.
think I'm just making
No.
things
But it
up.
is a very stacked cast that I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this is crazy. This is going to be so
Yeah,
good.
I think that's a play.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
believe it is because they have early access or not early access tickets. Yeah, they have early access tickets or whatever. But I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's opening in end of March,
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw their box office opened recently. I
Cabaret.
think.
New Cabaret casting.
Guys, I heard a rumor.
I would hope it's true.
Well,
We know Orville Peck is going to be the new MC, which is going to be awesome.
Yes. But I heard a rumor that after he leaves, Miley Cyrus will be in it.
As Sally.
Which is, like, kind of surprising, but also, like, she'd eat that the fuck up.
I could see that.
So, I hope it's true.
Just a lot of really awesome things going on in the theater district.
Yeah.
I'm
This is
excited.
very true.
I'm very excited.
We gotta enter more lotteries.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to start doing that, like, maybe, like, not when I'm on the end of a paycheck.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're in the office, like, we could just go
and see a show. I would
Yeah.
love to start doing that.
Yeah.
I would love to. That's something I would love.
Because it's only, like, $40 if we win the lottery. If
Yeah.
you don't win, it's all good. We
Try again
weren't
next
going to
week.
go anyway.
Try again
Yeah,
next week. Yeah.
exactly.
No, that's very exciting. That's true. We should do that. We got to see some more movies. We got to,
No, we're really lacking on the movies.
It's
I
a busy
been
time
busy,
of year.
I know.
I love Valentine's Day because it feels like a little beacon of hope in the middle of things. You just come off of that like Christmas holiday high. New Year's is over. Like everyone's getting back to reality.
Birthday.
Everyone has had their dry January month. Everyone is like chilled a little bit. February is kind of brutal, and then all of a sudden there's like, Oh,
But then you see the
love.
flowers peeking
And
through
then once
the
you
snow.
pass Love Day, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, St. Patrick's Day is coming up,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's April is
Put
coming
your
up,
little
and you're like,
leprechaun pants on,
wait a
and then
minute,
it's spring.
April's coming up, and then all of a sudden April showers bring May flowers, and here we are.
And
It's
it's May,
summertime.
and then it's warm. And then it feels like George Michael Freedom is playing in the background.
Exactly. That's all we have to do is get through this.
Yeah.
And Valentine's Day is going to take us through it.
And then we'll have freedom.
And then we'll have freedom. Yeah.
Then we'll have freedom, silk chiffon vibes.
Yeah.
And solar power by Lord.
Yeah.
Those are like my 3
Yeah.
sunny day songs.
I am so excited to be in the sun. I'm so excited to be in the sun. And maybe be in the sun like with friends, with you guys. I would really love, I've been telling Kaylee, I would love to do like a picnic event. Have a picnic in one of the many parks of Brooklyn. I think that would be so fun.
Even.
Clothing swap would be amazing. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
I just want it to be warm out. I mean, I know in a few months I'm going to be complaining that it is sweltering and I'm sweating like crazy, but at the same time,
warm.
just the sun is nice. I'm excited to just have sun on my skin. Hopefully, go visit a body of water or two. Get on a city bike maybe. I've been trying to get back to that. I've gone on a city bike once.
Yeah.
Jackson rides city bikes a lot, and I've always been like, no, yeah, I'll do it, but then I get nervous. But I think this is the year I finally get on that bike.
I don't even know the last time I rode a bike.
I did
but I want to get on that.
Year,
It'll take me like 12 minutes to get here from my apartment if I just city bike.
I was also thinking that. I was like, I would get to you so much quicker.
Because there's one at the end of my street.
That's awesome. You've got close city bike placement.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Ideal.
That is ideal.
Yeah.
That is really ideal.
I feel like you must have close city bike
I think I do.
too.
I think
fairly close.
A street or two down somewhere, I think I have a city bike access point. But either way, I just love walking too. We went on a lot of walks last summer.
Yeah.
That was really fun. I'm excited to go on walks now. I'm excited to go get a big ice cream cone and walk around in the sun. We got ice cream yesterday from Ample Hills. It was freezing, but I was like, I need my ice cream.
Beautiful.
And I was like, imagine this in a waffle cone, and I'm walking down the street and I'm licking my ice cream cone, and I'm also having the sun shining and smiling on me. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's the dream.
That's
Life
the dream.
could be a dream.
Exactly. That's exactly
that.
what I think of. Yeah, that's exactly what I think of. But yeah, for Valentine's Day, we're going to just focus on love and loving our friends and loving our partners and our families and everyone.
I think I might watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That is such a good Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah.
Call me on Valentine's Day. Or wish me happy Valentine's Day when you call me.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good movie. I know. I want to watch a Valentine's Day movie, but
I also want to watch Valentine's Day. I've never seen the movie Valentine's
I don't think
Day.
I have either, actually.
With Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner.
No, I have not. I have not. Which is crazy. That's crazy you haven't seen it.
I know, because it's long. It's like over 2 hours, which
That's
like doesn't.
really crazy.
It kind of seems like a tight 90, but
that's funny. That's 2 hours is kind of crazy for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't need 2 hours.
Maybe
for
put it
that.
on your roster.
Yeah,
to watch
it's on my
soon.
watch list. I was scrolling this weekend, and I was like,
No. I know. I was like, what can I go see? And
I started Yellow Jackets.
I love Yellow Jackets. It is so good.
I started it.
It is so good. Because season 3 comes out this year, I think.
It's on Friday. It comes out on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I did not even know that. That's how locked out I am. Okay. That makes things really hard. Dax and I are going away for the weekend. For more than the weekend. We're going skiing. We've never skied before, so this is going to be interesting. But I'm going to be away from my TV for so long. There's so many things. Like when am I going to watch all these things? I don't know. I don't even, I'm going to have to make time.
Do they release it all at once?
I can't remember. Because season 2
if they
came out like 2
then
years
you'll
ago.
have time.
Yeah, I think they did week by week. But I can't fully remember.
It is Showtime. I think it's Showtime on Hulu.
It is. It
right?
is.
Yeah. So I think maybe they would do it.
I think it was week by week. But that's a very, very, very good show. I probably have to watch the last episode or two to kind of like get myself caught up and back in the mix.
I'm on the 3rd episode.
It's been like
I finished the first 2.
A minute. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have much else to say.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay. Should we just wrap up then? I don't want to like force it.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Another week in the books.
yeah.
This has been, we get that a lot, the Valentine's Day special. We hope you enjoy Valentine's Day and every day. We hope you enjoy every day, but specifically Valentine's Day. We love you guys and we are very grateful.
This is true. Listen to our playlist. Maybe,
Yeah.
like, if you're a Scrooge like me, you'll be like, oh my God, wait. Fire
love,
playlist.
This is
not
awesome.
bad. It's not
Exactly.
as bad.
Exactly. Yeah. Check that out. That's on the
Yeah.
website. Stay tuned. We will have another episode for you guys next week. And we love you. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.